800 values for New Year human being. Consciousness, structure, and energy. 2. 523. A long-standing habit may introduce stereotyped thinking, which is very difficult to break through once it is formed. The intellect of everyone is covered by an intangible web of thinking. Everyone is weighed down by a heavy cross. They only cannot feel it, or they can feel it but do not have the courage and power to break through its bondage. When they see people around living in this manner, they feel at ease and justified. They are accustomed to the situation and become numb and put up with it. They never think over questions like, why should it be like this? And is it possible if I'm not like this? 524. We must be capable of unconventional thinking. Otherwise, it will be difficult to escape from foreordination. We should keep ourselves busy when earthlings are idling with hands crossed behind their backs, and we should take it easy where earthlings are hustling and bustling. Because 98% of the multitude are living their life according to the fore-ordinated program. The tracks of their life and life have been programmed according to the screenplays. If we want to get away from the confines of heaven and earth, escape from the bondages of the 3 realms and 5 elements, and leave the realm of necessity for the realm of freedom, we must not share the frequency of or resonate with the thinking and consciousness of the multitude. Instead, we should act in an opposite way. 525. What is thought of as impossible in conventional thinking can be easily solved with unconventional thinking. Topography is an unconventional thinking. It can shift the position of space and make a closed space interconnected externally and internally. It is impossible to distinguish the exterior from the interior, just like the case of Mobius strip, where it is difficult to tell the obverse from the inverse. Therefore, when we are faced with psychological obscures, spiritual depression, and a difficult situation in life, we should see that we are in a hopeless situation. As long as we employ unconventional thinking, we may find hope right in front of us. 526. Unconventional thinking is the magical weapon for us to explore the profound mystery of the universe and find out the truth. It is the best way for us to find the true meaning of life. As long as we proceed steadily forward, we will finally enter a vast world, by which time we will be amazed to find the nature of the universe and the profound mystery of life. We will be thrilled to find out that we have a beautiful future life of celestial beings. We will love life and mankind more deeply, and we will cherish this life even more. 527. The existence exercise consciousness is conventional thinking, while the thinking that consciousness desires existence is unconventional thinking. The beautiful future belongs to those capable of unconventional thinking, as it is known from the mystery of the 3 elements of the universe: consciousness, structure, and energy. The beautiful future is not created by hand but by the brain, namely by consciousness. 528. 1 and 1 equals 2 is normal thinking and is the conventional thinking that confronts with logic. It is the basis of human thinking. Such thinking has nothing wrong in itself. The problem is, once such thinking becomes stereotyped, it will unconsciously strangle our new thought. We will be confined with unconventional thinking and cannot make any discovery, invention, creation, and progress. What's worse, we may become inflexible, stiff, bigoted, stagnant, aloof and proud, cruel and unreasonable. 1 and 1 equals 0. 1 and 1 equals 1. 1 and 1 equals 3. 1 and 1 equals 4 are unconventional thinking. Such thinking surpasses the conventional thinking. It starts from one phenomenon and extends the thinking to the vast universe and to the infinite time and space. It views the world as a whole instead of isolated individuals separated from each other. Such thinking can make people intelligent, wise, modest, open, accommodating, gentle, merciful, and reasonable. 529. Buddha has given us a magical boat structure to reach the other shore of life directly. Jesus has blessed us with the endless source of running water of life, energy. Life Chanyuan has offered us the roadmap of heaven, the way of life, the way of the greatest creator, consciousness. The three fulcrums, structure, energy, and consciousness, have formed the Trinity principle of self-improvement and self-refining. 530. What the eyes see in front of us is the place we will go to, the space that our consciousness, spiritual perception can perceive and concentrate on. For a very long time, is the space that our spiritual being will arrive at after the death of our flesh. 531. The consciousness of Buddha brings about the attainment of Buddhahood. The consciousness of a saint creates a saint, while the consciousness of dog creates a dog. In the same way, whether one can become a celestial being, a saint, a mortal, or a lady depends completely on one's consciousness. 532. The consciousness of injustice is brought about by the defect in self, namely by the asymmetry and the imperfection of the non-material structure of our life. Viewing the greatest creator as being unfair does not mean that the greatest creator is unfair, but rather it means you yourself are unfair. If there exists unfairness, there would be no universe. 533. The order of consciousness requires the establishment of correct views on the world, life and value, and the right positioning of one's place in the universe. According to the values of Chanyuan, we should know the coordinate system we are in and our position in the system, and understand the development direction of our life and life. Otherwise, our consciousness will be disordered, our mind will be a mess, and cannot be put in order. 534. As far as the individual being is concerned, what is not in consciousness does not exist. For something to exist, it must first exist in the consciousness. 535. If the consciousness does not change, the path of life will not change and the foreordination will not change. A certain cause necessitates a certain result. Happiness and anguish will be the inevitable result. However, if the consciousness has changed, the path of life will also change, and the foreordination will also change. The thing supposed to happen, result, will be transformed. Whether one goes to hell or heaven depends completely on his consciousness. 536. What is displayed externally is the intrinsic nature. If one wants to have a beautiful appearance, he must work hard on his intrinsic nature. And this intrinsic nature is the structure of life, which is referred to as gene by geneticists, as nature by Buddhism, and as non-material structure of life by Life Chanyuan. (537) The life structure will determine the kind of life space one will go to. The core of the determinant is our consciousness. To form good consciousness, we must concentrate our effort on thinking. The effort on thinking begins with cognition. If we cannot improve our cognition, we cannot promote our power of thinking. If we have not boosted our thinking, our consciousness cannot be transformed. If the consciousness does not change, the non-material structure of life will not be easy to change. If the non-material structure of life does not change, we can only have characteristics of man. Man cannot go to the paradise unless you have achieved the consciousness of angels, celestial beings, and the Buddha. The non-material structure of life relies mainly on thinking. If thinking has not reached a certain depth, the corresponding consciousness structure cannot be formed. If consciousness does not change, the non-material structure of life will not undergo any changes.